Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we're going to be figuring out what happens to Micah at the end of the game if you choose to help John escape or you go back for the money. So this is probably the biggest decision that you'll have to make in Red Dead Redemption 2, and it occurs in the final mission in Chapter 6 before you reach the epilogue, Red Dead Redemption. Now, at this point of the story, the gang has been split into two different sides. One side consists of Dutch, Micah, Bill Williamson, Javier Escuela, Joe, Cleet, and one side consists of Arthur Morgan, John Marston, Mrs. Adler, Tilly, Abigail, Jack, etc. Now, the reason Arthur is prompted to make this decision in the first place is because of this moment that he has with Abigail before riding back to camp. Take a listen to this.
You're good women. Good people. The best. You go get that boy. There'll be time for sorrow later.
If you're headed back there, Arthur, take this. I don't need it anymore.
What's that?
There's a chest in them caves. In the back to the left. Hidden under a wagon. Dutch's chest. It's all our money. I know John told you I knew where it was.
Abigail Roberts.
Always was a good thief.
That you was. Go on, get out of here.
So as you guys saw there, Abigail actually gives Arthur a key, and that is the key to Dutch's chest that he actually has hidden inside of the Beaver Hollow caves. Now, we're not sure where he acquired this chest or what money is inside, whether that's Blackwater or a secret stash that he's been building up over the years, but eventually you will reach a point in the mission where you and John have finished fighting your way through the Pinkertons, and Arthur sort of stops to tell John he needs to make a decision, and this is what happens.
Come on, Arthur. Let's go. Well, what about the money? Abigail gave me the key.
I head down there, I'm dead in 5 minutes. I got a family. That's more important.
Maybe you're right, but...
You want the money? You head down. I gotta go to my family. Arthur, just...
Take this. And this. And get out of here. I'll see you around, John Marston.
Be safe.
Dutch. Micah. Come and get me, you bastards. Dutch! Micah! Come and get me, you bastards!
So in this instance right here, if you choose to go back for the money, Arthur will head back to Beaver Hollow where things are essentially burning to the ground, and he will make his way inside of the caves where underneath the wagon, just as Abigail said, you'll actually find a chest full of money. And what's crazy is the amount of money that Arthur finds. $42,870. In today's dollars, that would be the equivalent of like well over $1 million. So a life-changing amount of money. So you can clearly see why Arthur would be tempted in order to go back for this, because that amount of money can change lives forever. Now, as you guys know, as you attempt to leave the cave, you actually get ambushed by Micah. And this is what happens.
Should have laughed with your friend Marston. Let the money be.
So So after the ambush occurs, you actually get in a knife fight with him. It's one of the coolest scenes in the entire game as you're literally fighting him to the death surrounded by a ring of fire. And then eventually you will take a mighty swipe at Micah where this happens.
Oh, you got me pretty good, Black Lung. Come on now. Let's end this!
You're going to die. Stop this. Just stop this. Both of you fools.
He's turned, Dutch. I told you, he's turned. He came back here to rob you.
I didn't turn, Micah. You did. Tell Dutch what you said to Agent Melton.
Shut your mouth. You're talking nonsense.
You're the rat, Micah. I'm Molly, Dutch. Him.
You're dying, Black Lung.
Yeah, you're dead. Inside, you're dead.
Come on, Dutch. Let's get the money and get out of here. Dutch. Let's go. It's nonsense. Of course it is.
So as you guys saw there, even though Arthur lost the fight and Micah ends up killing him, Arthur got a swipe at Micah's face, and he actually cuts right across his eye. And we don't know if Micah lost his eye here or if it was just severely damaged, but that is significant right there. And it actually plays an impact later on in the game. So you guys know the only other time you see Micah after that is in the Mission American Venom, which actually happens in the epilogue. Well, Rockstar went to some insane level of detail here because this is what will happen if you, number one, went back for the money, slashed Micah's eye, and then number two, proceed to make your way to the epilogue with the American Venom mission. And this is what Micah will look like. So could you guys spot the difference right there? Micah has a scar over his left eye 7 years later from when Arthur slashed him. That is really cool. Now, there's no other lines of dialogue that are different. He doesn't say anything unique because of his eye. And there isn't a special outcome that occurs. It's only cosmetic. But I thought that was incredibly cool. And again, it's just a little detail right there that goes to show you Rockstar was paying attention to everything. And believe it or not, it is different than if you were to choose the other option, which is to help John Marston get to safety. Now, the reason that outcome is different is because if you help to choose John Marston get to safety, you'll essentially climb your way up to a mountain where you will eventually get ambushed by Micah, but this time, instead of getting into a knife fight, you more or less get into a fist fight that has either Arthur shot at the end or stabbed with a knife, depending on what your honor level is. It's different if you have high or low honor. So in this case, Micah lives just like he did in the other outcome. However, he does not have the scar over his eye. And that is reflected if you do that ending and you also get to the epilogue and choose American Venom as well, because as you guys know, he won't have the scar over his eye. So I just thought that was an incredibly cool detail there from Rockstar, and now you might understand why in some versions of this final mission of the epilogue American Venom, Micah will have one eye, whereas in some versions he will have two eyes, which you might not have known why that was the case or the actions in game caused that to happen. So once again, I absolutely love comparing little details like this, whether it's certain things in game that only happen because you have high honor or low honor, or instances like this because you chose a different route at the end, which ultimately led to the same story both ways where Arthur dies, but it does have an impact on the main antagonist and villain of the game, Micah Bell, which again, I do think is pretty cool. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating on this video. That'd be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.